Class, hi, this is Dr. Earls checking in during our week uh, 5 of our work for this coming weekend that's due. And that'll be your report on Cole's book regarding the organic church model as Dr. Dempsey has described it. Well, in your work for this upcoming week, as you do this report, you want to make sure that you address the 6 things that he talks about in chapter 1. And then as well in chapter 2, he's got 6 things he'll be working on there as he takes us through his discussion of the way the world is morphing and what that means to our work for Jesus Christ as local churches. And then in chapter 3, you want to be able to describe there his comparisons that he poses between attractional churches and organic churches, and including that in your paper. And then make sure you read the rubric assignment as to the particular response you're to make about your own ministry experience in local church and describing what you experienced there in light of that rubric question. Well, again, class, thanks so much for all of your work and for the things you are digging into and trying to understand and clarify more the wisdom of God about how to effectually lead people, particularly as a body of believers, in carrying out what Jesus Christ has commanded us to do in the Great Commission. And that again is to make disciple-making disciples. And so, as Dr. Dempsey described very ably in the articles, that he trains and calls leaders to help the people they are serving in the local church body to be able to communicate that gospel message by modeling and by verbalizing his life and his message to those around us. And so again, in your final project, you want to make sure that you are developing your own ideal church and the way that church will function to accomplish what again we are instructed to do by our Savior in the Great Commission. So again, there's 3 areas that we want to be seeing developed in the final project. One, how will you encourage, equip, and engage the people in going into their harvest of the world that God has sovereignly called them into? What are their vocational area, where they reside, and the friends and networks they have that way of opportunities to contact and invest their lives in others and share the message of Christ. Secondly, how will you assimilate those responding to the gospel message being shared by the members of the church, and primarily talking about how will they be brought into small groups where they will be encouraged, built up, as well commissioned and sent out to be ambassadors for Christ with their daily lives, again, wherever God has placed them to sovereignly impact lives around them. And then thirdly, how will you continuously multiply leaders to sustain this united effort of proclaiming Christ's life and message in a continuing basis? So if you're going to have more lives being assimilated in, you've got to have more groups and therefore more leaders that can minister to, equip, and inspire and commission, lead those people out and following Christ with their lives daily. So again, the Great Commission work is all about us experiencing transformation and sharing that transformation message, the gospel of Christ, with people around us. And with that, that's the greatest high calling we can ever experience as human beings, is to know the life of Christ and then to share that in a simple, honest, but genuine way with others around us, and sharing how they can know that in their own lives. And that's the good news or gospel of our Savior being communicated from one Christian to another person who God has led them to impact with their lives. Well, God bless you, class. Have a great rest of the week, and thanks for your work, and look forward to your continuing work as we finish out this course. We're already halfway through the class, so time flies fast, but hang in there, and thank you again for your faithfulness. All right, bye.